Ooga fucking Ooga cunts. This is the Snatchcast now, and Schmeckle's not fucking here, so we're running the show. Yeah, I got myself Cognitive Thought here. We've got Vulcan. Vulcan, do you want to say hello?
Hello, everyone.
Hello to everyone's there. Robert, do you want to say hello? Got Robert Comeau in the chat. Hey, got your name
How
right
you
this time.
doing?
Doing great.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the Cringe of Yesteryear. We have a very special show here for you today. Mark is out. He's getting his knob slobbed, I think. So we have Cog here in his place, along with Vulcan. So it's a very special treat for you today, guys. Along with our topic, which happens to be, I don't know, this is one not everybody might have heard of. This is some cringe that not, I believe you, Cog, you or do you remember this guy?
Yeah, I remember this guy because of the film, that Project X thingy, and I think I've seen the interview. Like, as soon as I saw that thing, I was like, "Oh, that's that fucking kid!" Like the kid who tried to look like an actual glow toy. Like,
that's a pretty damn good description. That's pretty fucking spot on. But our topic for today is Corey Worthington. Now, Corey, we'll just start off real quick, but just saying Corey Worthington got famous a decade ago in Australia for throwing a fucking house party.
Oh yeah,
that sounds fucking retarded, isn't it? I mean, like, that's basically why he got famous, for throwing a fucking house party.
Yeah, that's it. Throw a house party, and it's because the police turned up, and it was the biggest one ever. That's all it was.
Like, biggest one ever for Australia, or biggest one in the city, or what?
I think it's more the fact that he was supposed to be this nerdy kid or something, and people went to his party, and he just made it huge. And so many people turned up that the police were called by like several neighbors or whatever, and the police kept turning up, but they just hid all the kids and stuff like that. Police would disappear. Boom, the party would kick off again. Police kept turning up, and they were like, "What's going on?"
That sounds like a sitcom cliche.
Yeah,
it is. They made a fucking shitty movie about it. Nobody can remember. That's like the perfect fucking sitcom story.
Also, Rob, your camera's on. Just letting you know if you don't know.
Oh, thank you very much. No I did not know that.
No worries. There you go. Now people can see that lovely crown.
Yeah, all they can see is the backside of a piece of tape. Otherwise.
Also, we are joined by Brockers tonight, but I think he's going to be mute for the evening. So, but yeah, he's here in spirit, as is the Schmeckle, the Schmeckle. But don't worry about it, guys. We're going to be going through. So this guy, what's his name again? What's his
Corey
name?
Worthington.
Corey, fucking Corey.
Might as well be
a kid whose parents hated him.
Fucking Corey. Oh God.
Yeah, I'm never going to name. There are a couple names that I will just not burden my kid with. One of them is Chad. Another one is Corey. That's definitely on the list.
Corey to me sounds like a type of chip. It does. It sounds like it should be a potato chip. It really does. Corey potato chips. I can see myself eating a packet.
They're probably overly small.
At least you call them chips and not crisps. You're
in the UK. Right. In the UK, they'd be called the real McCoys. So over there, the Corys, the real McCoys, the real McCoys.
Oh, okay. So back in 2008, this motherfucker's parents went off on a trip. Corey's 16. And what do you do? What do you do at your house when your parents leave you at home when you're 16 years old?
I don't know. Dunk my head in yellow paint. Get also sunglasses that match that said yellow paint. Get as many fluorescent jackets and shit as I can, and invite a load of people over to a party to take drugs.
Oh my!
That is fucking spot on. You nailed it.
Really?
Yeah, wow. So this guy, he started a party and he advertised it. This was back in 2008 when MySpace was still a thing. And so he put it out on MySpace and Facebook, and apparently over 500 people showed up to his house and caused about $20,000 worth of damage. And I'm not talking about damage to his house. I'm talking about damage to other people's property and just the city property surrounding. So The cops show up, end up breaking the party up, and the next day the media hears about this party, and a couple of them go over to interview him. And this is an interview while his parents are still off on vacation. And so they're interviewing about this giant party that costs $20,000. And during the interview, man, I don't even.
Have you got the video there? Because I'd love to play the video. Can you? Have you sent the video through? You know what? Let's just get this up. I'll fucking get this on screen for us. Because we'll watch this. I don't know if you've ever done this on the cunt stream, screen sharing before, but we're going to do that here now.
Yeah. No, we've never done.
That's how it should be done.
You technical master. I don't know what we do without you.
Oh Christ! Right, here we go. This should be nice and clear for everyone here. There we go.
It's the real-life risky business. A teenager holds an alcohol-fueled party for hundreds of kids while his unsuspecting parents are on holiday. 16-year-old Corey Worthington is now facing not only the wrath of mum and dad, but a $20,000 fine from police. I spoke to him a short time ago.
And so,
look at
this nigga. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
So
where's the Jake Paul?
This interview is happening while his parents are still on vacation, and they don't know that he threw the party that's going to cost him $20,000.
Oh yeah, it's going to cost them money because he's wrecked most of the neighborhood when he did this party as well. Yeah.
I can think to ask is, what were you thinking?
I wasn't really.
Really?
Honestly, I can give him that. It's like I wanted to throw a fucking party. It got out of hand. It's like that's what I was thinking. I wanted to throw a party.
I was just thinking, party! Yeah. G'day, mate. Do you want to join the party? I'm pretty sure when Project X did this, they were American. That's another thing I'll throw out there. They were American kids who did it. It's based on this. But anyway.
Did your parents say you could have a party?
No.
So
they didn't.
Why did you?
I don't know, it was just a get together with a couple mates at first, and then.
Yeah, just a couple mates.
Just a couple of mates.
Also, curious question: isn't he too young to have a nipple piercing?
Possibly not in Australia. 16.
Yeah,
I think you can get it done at 16. I'm pretty sure, or sometimes 14 in some places.
And we thought we might as well just have a bit of a party, and then it sort of just got out of hand, and yeah.
Well.
Why would you agree to do a fucking interview while you're dressed like that?
The thing is, well, I'll also have to throw out, like, the amount of, he's gone to a fucking piercing parlor, or his friend could have done it. Like, weren't people doing piercings at the party as well? I wouldn't be surprised if that happened mid-party.
Yeah, this was done last night.
Also, like, why only one nipple?
You don't want to do two at a party when everyone's drunk, do you? I mean, if you get away with one, the other one's definitely going septic. That's what I'm saying. Fucking hell. Oh.
Getting in a fucking... Yeah, you don't want those nipple infections, showing on a TV interview. You gotta you gotta think ahead.
This is right afterwards. A week later, his nipple went purple and dropped off. That's the truth.
It's just gone. He's just a single nipple freak now.
It looks cool now.
HIV.
It looks cool now, but that's just because he's on loads of drugs. It's not loads of drugs.
He got the scar tissue re-pierced.
Like I say, it's like you could have easily gone and got it pierced. To be fair, I got my tattoo done when I was 17, and you got to be 18 to get it done. But they didn't ask me for ID. They were just like, yeah, fuck it.
500 people turned up. The air wing of the police force, the dog squad. Your neighbours' cars were being destroyed. What have your parents had to say, Corey?
I haven't really talked.
Oh.
What is going on?
That is a fucking party.
It's off YouTube, is it?
It's not a party until somebody gets naked, runs down the street.
Because, yeah, they'll probably try to kill me.
You're probably going to try and kill me, my parents.
It's like they still don't know. They're like, I haven't told them yet.
So that's a short-term strategy. You're going to have to talk to them eventually. What are you going to say?
Sorry.
Fucking nailed it. I can feel the sincerity just oozing out of those sunglasses.
More kids need to learn sorry doesn't always work.
I'm sorry. That's all I'm hearing right now. Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh.
Are you sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda. I think so.
You sure?
I think so. I think I'm sorry.
Like, yeah, I could probably
What are you
come up
sorry
with a
for?
reason or two to be sorry for.
I'm sorry for having a great time having a party. Like,
Oh my god.
it's just.
You don't sound very sorry.
But I can't be exactly blaming it happened because it wasn't in the house. It was out in the street, and I didn't do it. Like, the police said, you stay inside so you don't get in trouble, so I did what he said, so...
Why don't you take this opportunity now to apologise to your parents and to your neighbours who have said today that they were
fuck
frightened?
you. Fuck you. Don't
Well,
let people guilt trip you into a fucking on-air apology like that. How fucking sincere would that, like, you...
Oh yeah, no, it's not going to be a sincere one.
Apparently, she's the mom in this situation right now.
Yeah, no.
I've already offered like to say sorry to them and stuff when I see them, so I will say sorry now for everything that happened.
Why don't you take your glasses off so we can see you? And then apologise to your neighbours for frightening
Okay,
you.
Mom.
Go fuck yourself, reporter.
Because right now my eyes are going to show that I'm on about 15 different types of drugs.
Yeah, it's like,
Do you know how bright the sun is to me right now?
Fuck this condescending bitch. I would go tell her to go fuck herself.
He's like, no.
Nah, I'll leave these on. Nah,
I like him. I'll leave him on.
Okay, he's not that bad.
Oof.
They might be fined $20,000. Are you going to try and pay that for them?
Yeah, but I don't think it's fair they'll be fined it because what happened, it was my party, but it could have just been any random person walking in the street doing it. What happens all the time.
Your parents were out of town. You put out the invitation.
That's where all the damage came from. Like a total separate incident from the party. Some jackass were just walking down the street and was like, let's fuck these cop cars all up.
Yeah.
Why don't you make a grown-up decision now and accept responsibility, take off those glasses and apologise?
She got an issue
Does he need to take off the glasses to apologise?
Yeah, take off the glasses.
What if he's blind?
I want to see your fucking eyes. I want to see the white of your eyes.
Is this how they doxed back in the day?
I can't fucking stand this chick, though, dude. Oh, my God.
Surprised she's not said, take off the wig as well. And that. In fact, just put a T-shirt on.
Brings him on fucking national TV to try and guilt trip him into apologizing on TV.
Holy crap, this is classified as national TV story?
Oh, yeah. National story, exclusive. Yeah.
My gosh, what was happening in Australia at the time where this
was international. It came here, the news, like, it was fucking... I remember reading about it over here.
Really? I didn't hear about this.
You know the immigration problems, guys. Is this kid who had a party.
And whose cars have been damaged, and to the community who've had to pay for this. Take off your glasses and apologise to us.
I'll say sorry, but I'm not taking off my glasses.
Yeah, fuck off.
Exactly. Don't let her
look at her face. Look at that face. She's like, You fucking what?
It's like, well, I'm
she
just
could easily
like,
put like just a snap next to her face right now. That would totally work. That would totally work. She could snap her fingers around and look like a black woman right now. Look at that neck.
I don't mind the fact that he has to apologize and be held responsible for what he did. But this bitch doesn't get to drag him on fucking national TV and fucking throw him under the bus like this with a goddamn smug little shit. How insincere would this be anyway? If you wrong somebody, you go apologize to their face. You don't fucking drag some 16-year-old kid on fucking TV.
Also, he only wronged the neighborhood. He didn't wrong the whole country.
Oh, no.
And it's not like he didn't cause any of the damage directly. And he just had a party that got out of hand. Like, fuck.
I mean, if there was a terrorist who went wild at the party, then maybe she'd have a point, but...
There are children starving in Africa. Apologize to them as well. Fuck
yeah. Apologize to little Mbubwe that's fucking starving in an African gutter right now.
Apologize.
Why not?
Because they're famous.
Because your glasses are famous.
Yeah.
Why are your glasses famous?
Okay, I have a little side tangent off of this. Okay, so before he said that, his glasses were not famous. But after he said that, yes, his glasses were famous. There's like a Facebook page about his sunglasses that people were selling T-shirts that says, "I'm sorry, but I'm not taking off my famous sunglasses."
Oh my god!
Shit like that.
Everyone
Like he memed himself pretty good on that one.
likes them, so I don't know. I'm not taking them off.
You're pretty happy with the way you look and the attitude you've got, are you?
Okay.
I mean,
See,
isn't he just like every mumble rapper right now? This guy's attitude is every mumble rapper right now in the industry. Are you fucking serious?
His attitude is every stone 16-year-old.
Yeah, no.
Like,
your attitude is fucking horrendous.
I will admit he looks like a fucking douche, and he probably is a douche. But we have to remember he's a fucking 16-year-old douche.
Yeah, right now he's probably got short, dark hair, and he works in an office, and he gets coffee at his lunch and shit.
Actually,
like that.
no. He launched this into a full-fledged party planning career, party facilitator.
Well, I guess he throws nice parties, so maybe.
Well, if that's
but
what
we're going to get into that here in a bit. We'll get into that
My
here.
parents aren't, but I am.
Okay, Corey, we've got to wrap this up, but what would you say to other kids who were thinking of partying when their parents are out of town?
Go for it.
For you.
Get me to do it for you. Oh, this guy. Get me to do it for you.
You can't fucking buy advertising like that.
Oh, yeah.
Partying when their parents are out of town.
Get me to do it for you.
Get you to do it for you. Not don't do it.
No.
Well, technically, he didn't say don't do it. He's just say let him do it, so he takes the blame.
Best
He's
party
being
ever so
mobile
far.
here.
That's what everyone's been saying, so...
Well, we've got to go, but I suggest you go away and take a good long hard look at yourself.
Wow.
Best party ever so far, though. So that's what everyone's saying.
God, you're just so much better than everybody, aren't you? You're so much better than that 16-year-old child. Aren't you, bitch?
Everyone has. They love it.
Does she still have a job there, or?
I want to give this guy so much shit, but she just put me on his side with this interview. She fucking put me on his side. Now I'm like, fuck you, bitch. Let the kid party. Let the douche go.
Wow.
Mark, in the
I'm
chat
presenting
says
to
he's going to look at himself and go, I'm awesome.
There we go, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed having a ganders at the crazy that is. But you've got more on this guy, so he's now made this into a career.
Yeah. So of course, the media actually blew this way out of proportion. After that, the media kept hounding him, kept going after him, and just basically, from what I understand, kind of turned the population onto his side, just like we saw. Like people started were kind of defending him, but he ended up getting some lawyers and not having to pay out the $20,000 that the city tried to sue him for. So his parents, well, he wouldn't have had to pay that. His fucking parents would have to pay that. Obviously, he doesn't have a goddamn dime. But after that, people did start contacting him to arrange their parties. And as of today, he is still like a party facilitator, and he gets paid to throw parties for people.
What?
Wow. Well, ain't that the best situation in the world? You get to throw parties after throwing a party that got you in trouble.
Yep. Let's see. He's had a couple other, toes dipped in the media outlet. He was on Big Brother, Big Brother Australia.
Oh.
In 2008.
Who cares about that show?
Oh, was he on the celebrity?
It was later that
one?
year.
Was it a celebrity one? I've got to ask, was it a celebrity Big Brother? Like, oh, this guy was in the news once. Remember him, the party guy?
I have no idea.
No one
I honestly feel like this guy is like the Duff guy. He walks in with that ooh, bow, bow just in the background as he walks into a room these days. Well, he has like a theme tune.
We had that shit here in America, like the fucking washed up actors doing Big Brother house. Like Corey Haim was on it.
Oh, we have it.
fucking who's the little guy?
See, that's the thing. We have the same thing here, but I couldn't tell you who's in there because they're apparently famous. Oh,
apparently famous. Probably Jimmy Savile would be on there if he was still around.
It's not. It's like, oh, this woman was like that wife of some photographer that people knew because he took photos for a newspaper.
Like Susan Boyle on there.
It's like, what the fuck?
Like people like Susan Boyle.
You might as well get Ricky Gervais's fucking cat there. That would be more famous than any of the fucking people in there. I swear. And I'd watch that. I'd watch that. Go on, Ricky Gervais's cat. And then just to watch Ricky Gervais knowing full well that he can't stroke his cat for a month, and the amount of you'd get amazing tweets off him just going, "I'm missing my cat." Like, come on, man, that'd be amazing. That'd be hilarious. Ricky Gervais missing his cat. You know he loves his cat, and his cat's just sat there in the Big Brother house, more famous than any fucking cunt in there. Oh,
but no, you're absolutely right. Like there are some British people that we know, but of course, like you over in the UK, you got to know like. You know about George Clooney and Val, all the fucking big name celebrities over here, right? You see all their movies, watch them all the time, but we don't get that much back from Britain. You know, you got Mr. Bean, you got Ricky Gervais, you got
Tom Hardy.
Yep. You got Tom Hardy, and you got like Monty Python and shit like that. But
we got like most of the Marvel characters
super famous in Britain to become known over in America.
We've got a ton of Marvel fucking characters, I'm pretty sure, right now. I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch is British as well. Benedict Cumberbatch, fucking like Thor, the guy who plays Thor. In fact, even what's his face, the guy that he's not in Marvel, but I know he's in Pacific Rim. He also plays in Sons of Anarchy and stuff like that. The main guy, he plays Jax in Sons of Anarchy. He's also British as well.
I didn't know he was British.
Exactly. See?
You don't like have the British people.
No, this is the thing. There's tons of British people in the US. You know, Idris Elba is also British. There's tons of great British actors and stuff like that. But it's one of those things. I think it's so oversaturated. When I went to America, I understand what you mean. Everything is just America, and in the UK, we get a ton of America, but we obviously get the full brunt of UK as well. And I understand it's just more that you're closed off from the UK shit, and I get that. But actually, when it comes to the actors and actresses that you know, fuck tons of them are British.
Well, but you wouldn't even know because they all get put in shit with Benedict Cumberbatch knows British.
They've got like American like directors and shit like that all the time, yeah, because you got the big places like Hollywood and shit like that. Of course you do. Tell me the big British fucking film place I couldn't fucking even tell you myself. Is there one? Is there one? I know there are big film ones like Guy Ritchie and shit like that, but I'm talking like, tell me like Hollywood, obviously. When anyone thinks of films and stuff in the US, Hollywood is usually where people think of. Whereas even India's got Bollywood. What's the UK got? London. No, that's that's not a place. Just London. Okay, London. Is it just London? Where is it? Where's London? The film capital of the UK? What is that? Do we have a film capital?
Would it be something rolled in with the rest of the EU, or?
Again, like I have no idea. Film capital of the UK is where, but you could easily. I could tell you the film capital of India. I could tell you and the film capital of the US. It's crazy.
Yeah, but even
are there any others in those?
Exactly, Pinewood Studios. Is that one? The Ferris wheel in London. Do you mean the Millennium Eye? The Ferris wheel. Fucking hell.
That that classic shot over the river. Like we have to know we're in London. There's Big Ben.
Yeah.
But even Benedict Cumberbatch, I guarantee you, there's a shit ton of Americans over here that don't even know he's British because what they know him from is Doctor Strange.
Probably.
Yeah. But it's like Martin Freeman is British. Isn't Christian Bale, is he from the UK? I can't remember. He might be American, actually.
I think he's American.
I think he is
American. He has this big rant where he's just screaming at you remember that fucking rant where he went off against somebody and he's screaming?
I know, but like American accents people take on board, like Sons of Anarchy, like Jax, you can barely hear his British accent when he talks in person. People have taken the piss out of it because it just sounds weird sometimes when he talks. Because he just has this weird twinge from like a deep American, like sounding really American to just like a little bit British over here. like it's a bit weird. But it's he's not American. Christian is not American. There you go. His accent's horrible. So yeah, I thought so. He's British. I'm pretty sure he's British. Yeah, Christian Bale. Yeah. Chris Hemsworth is Australian. Oh, he's Australian. Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, he is. He is. Sorry, that's Thor. Thor is.
You've been doing a lot of flat Earth shit, right, Cog?
Oh, a while ago. But
yeah, it was a while. But so you've heard that Australia theory, right? That Australia is not even real.
No, actually, I've not. But this is still be interesting.
There's a flat Earth theory out there that's saying because Australia is actually somewhere in South America. When people go to Australia, quote unquote,
really, I've heard people say
flown
it's
to
just
South America, and that all Australians are actually hired actors.
I've heard people say it's just a conspiracy developed by New Zealand.
I have not heard that one.
Really?
Australia. Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
So yeah, Barry.
I actually paid a trip to go to Australia and still ended up saying it's still part of New Zealand.
What?
Well, it started out.
I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna clear this up right now. My brother lives in Australia, so in fact, I have other family that live in Australia too.
It's secretly South America, and your brother has.
But to be fair, my brother's definitely being paid by the Illuminati, and also I've heard that Bering and Sugar Tips. I've totally heard that they're part of the Freemasons. Like that's just a thing.
I'd buy that.
Like, they live at the Federal Reserve, which is basically where they have to live, but they claim to be Australian because obviously that's the whole point.
I heard they're the same person, just using a voice change.
I wouldn't be surprised. And I don't get me wrong. I've heard Bering's impression of tits, but with voice changer, who knows? Who knows what could happen? That's
right.
Some
Nobody's ever seen him in the same room before.
That's some deep lore.
Okay, so after, let's see, some other shit happened to this guy. He had, those. You remember that beat 'em up, slap Anita, like punch Anita Sarkeesian game?
No.
Oh,
it was it was one of those big fucking it was one of those big things she used to claim victimhood. Is somebody made a punch Anita Sarkeesian game where they just took a picture of her. That it was just a simple flash game. You click and she gets punched and she gets a black eye. You click again and she gets a bloody nose.
It sounds a lot like Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, where you used to get him stoned as fuck. Does anyone remember playing that game?
I never played
a flash game where you go on, and this is literally how you play the game. Okay, Harry Potter is there, and then he just has like a bong, and you pack it with weed, and then you make him smoke it until he gets really stoned, and then he passes out. That's the game. That was the game. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah.
I'd read that book.
It's not a book; it's a game.
Wait, are you saying this is a game that you want later, or this is
I think you can choose what type of high to give him, whether it's like a blunt or a bong or something like that. Let me try and find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did that.
You just blew my mind a little bit. Harry Pothead and the Stone Sorcerer?
Philosopher's Stoned. There's a game. What's the...
Google, do your shit.
Oh God, it used to be an old game. Do you remember? Like, there's a years ago there was a game site called Newgrounds. I think it was. I don't know if it still exists.
It does.
They used to have a load of like little flash games on there that you could play and stuff like that. And one of them was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I don't know if
playthroughs. Yeah,
I'm hoping it's not turned into a fan fiction and shit like that, because it looks like it has. Looks like people have done videos on the same like concept of stoned Harry Potter, and it's like, no, where's the game? It was so fun. You could just get Harry Potter like stoned. It's weird because you get him stoned, you'd be like, ooh, and you'd just be laughing.
And that was a game for kids.
It wasn't. Oh no, it was Newgrounds. Newgrounds had some weird shit on it, man. Newgrounds had some weird shit. Like, I used to go on there to play, like, Skull Kid. Did anyone play Skull Kid?
Sounds familiar.
It's like it's just a weird game where you're a kid with a skull and you're walking through an office with a chainsaw. That's about it.
Yeah, I recognize that game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Skull Kid. I used to go on there and play that, and then there was another one like called something Ninja or something like that, where you could jump up the walls and stuff. Like you're like a stick ninja or something like that, and you just it's a really good platform game, really fucking awesome platform game.
Yeah, they have stick figure fighting games that are a lot of fun. That I think Steam has like a Super Smash Brothers stick figure fighting game.
Stick Fight.
Yeah,
I have that game.
I'm going to see if I can find... I can't find the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone thingy, because all the images are just coming up with, like, Harry just getting
memes
stoned.
And fucking, all kinds of shit.
The internet went crazy with that, but I remember the game. I'm trying to find the game. That's what I'm trying to find.
Well, what are you supposed to do with a game like that?
It's not even... That's the whole thing. The game wasn't really a game. It was more someone's made a flash thingy where you click either, like, a bong or you click a blunt or you click whatever, and then he smokes it. And then it's just Harry Potter, and he's just, like... It's got some weird, like, creepy music, like, weird, like... Do-do-do-do-do, like, really weird music, because it's like the Harry Potter music.
Off-key fucking
yeah, just a bit twisted, yeah. And then as he gets stoned, he's just like... Oh, there it is. There's a... Oh, Christ. Yeah, you could smoke like a squirrel. Let me try and show you a picture of this. I've found some pictures of it. I've actually found some pictures to show you it existed. There you go. I'm not lying over here. It's only tiny pictures.
Yeah,
so you get this is what you look like over here, and it'd be like smoke a squirrel, and you'd smoke it like this, so you just get stoned up, and it'd be like smoke this, smoke that. It was just little flash views. Yeah, this is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I remember this. Like it's. Some crappy little game. Fucking hell. Smoke a squirrel. It's fucking stupid. Oh, man. You could easily meme that picture these days. Fucking hell. Oh.
He's just blowing that squirrel and lighting the head on fire. That's all.
I swear that it was the weirdest game because it was like smoke a bong, smoke a thing, and it was like smoke a squirrel, and it was just like what? And you clicked it, and it was just like, why the fuck is he smoking a squirrel? It's just the weirdest thing.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It was just it was on the website, and I just saw it. And I was like, "What the fuck is that game?" It's like Harry Potter's head and and I thought, "All right, I'll see what this is." Clicked it, and it's just fucking. It's like, okay, get high, clicking that, and I was like, "This isn't even a game. There is no end goal to this apart from you getting really stoned and he passes out. That's it, and that means that you just have to click like 5 things in a row every time. Like it's ridiculous. Oh god, it was. It wasn't really a game, but it was like...
What,
it
the
was
squirrel isn't some one-hitter quitter shit?
No, it wasn't. That was like, you could sit there and just smoke that squirrel all day. Smoke his nuts all day.
Like, do you know how high of a tolerance I have for squirrels, motherfucker? Been doing this shit for years.
All I'm thinking about now is the time I wasted on Newgrounds. Fucking hell.
I used to waste a lot of time on them. Then I haven't been there in years.
Oh, same. Do you know what it's like things that I remember fucking years ago when God, I don't even know how old I was, really young. And I remember what was it called now? I think Internet Historian, Habba Hotel. That's the one. Internet Historian did a thingy on it to talk about the pool being closed and stuff like that. I still remember when that happened and shit like that because it was like I remember it happening to an extent. I remember hearing about it and I was like, what the fuck? But this was like after I think I'd already left the game. But I remember using Habbo years ago because I was like, it was like one of the most. It was like for its time, but I didn't have any games really. I think I had like FIFA 2000 on my computer. That was about it, or some shit. And I remember playing this like really crappy game, but it was like online, and I was like, all right, so you can talk to people, you can get furniture, you can make a little thingy. It reminded me a bit of like Sims sort of thing, except it was kind of like, you know, any sort of MMO online to an extent, but it was more you have furniture and shit, like Farmville sort of crap that people used to play a lot on Facebook and shit. But this was just one of those where I was like, have a hotel, okay. And it's really weird. Apparently it's been closed down and there have been pedophiles on there and weird shit and fucking all sorts of crazy. Because Like, it was one of those you could. I'm pretty sure, like, I could go on there, and I think you just had to. It was one of those things where you'd put your own birthday, and it was like 16 or some shit like that. You're like, oh, cool, nice one, I can get on. But it didn't matter. You could be fucking whatever age. It didn't really matter. You could just go on and play the game. But it was like, and you would go in there, and there were some people that had gone like, and it was one of those things where people would go, oh, we're trying to create like a little gang over here, and I give people so much furniture or something a week, and you get to pick it or whatever, but you have to be here all week and shit. And I was like, all right, I'll see what this is like, this weird thing. And then, it was terrible because the whole thing is just give money to it, and then you can buy stuff. That's all it is. You buy furniture after putting money into it. And I was like, there's no way of getting the currency in any other way, shape, or form. This is a bit shit. And that was it. I just kind of got... I think somebody that I knew, though, like, it was like they had an account and they came on and was like, oh, here you go. I have a room. And I was like, hey, look, I've got my room. It's all decorated. And then you just sit there and just go, what am I doing on this game? This isn't a game. This is not a game. This is... I don't have a life. I'm going to put my life on this crappy fucking platform. And that was it. And I was like, why am I playing this? Like, that's it. There's just a moment where I'm like, this is not even a game. Yeah, it's not. It's more a social media thingy. That's the thing. It's like you get to know people on there. You get like communications, and you know people's like usernames, and people are decent. That's it. And I had no issue with talking with a lot of people on there, and it was cool to talk about stuff. You know what's funny? It's like the
best like Newgrounds related games I played off the Newgrounds site. You know, I remember as a kid, I don't remember going to Newgrounds itself that much, but I remember playing games that people would upload onto other sites from Newgrounds.
Okay, one second.
I'm just checking it out now. I'm just discovering it for the first time.
Oh my god, if you can hear that, that's the Harry Potter thing here.
Oh my.
That's Harry Potter, guys. Let's sniff some glue, shall we? What the fuck?
You look so fucking scary, dude.
It's gonna sniff some glue. What the fuck? Where'd you get that glue from? That looked like it's got glue in quotations. It said glue in quotations. That's not glue. I think that's
Is this something that will get us kicked off?
I think that's
that doesn't look like he's sniffing glue. It looks like he's snapping, jizzing into his hand.
Smoke a pigeon. Smoking a pigeon.
Smoke that.
Poor suds. Guys been chilling with Liz Red's house, smoking pigeons, smoking squirrels.
What the fuck is with the sound effects?
I know, this is weird. Can we turn the sound off on here?
He is just blowing that squirrel. Fire.
Oh, weird.
Oh, there goes the
Smoke a gun.
Smoke that gun and kill yourself. What the fuck?
I played.
What the fuck? What are you doing to me, God? What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me?
Kill more people. Play again. Get the shit. This is.
What happens when you click kill more people?
That's about as long as I played that for. Oh Christ. Christ. Oh, that's about as long as I played that for.
I want my 2 minutes of life back, Cog.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm sorry. Like I said, this is Newgrounds, and I was like, I remember going into school, my mate was like, oh, you played that Harry Potter thing, so, and you just kind of like, oh, you know what I mean? And it's something that I remember, like, Newgrounds is one of those things that if there was a new game on there, my mate in school would be like, oh, yeah, have you played that new game on Newgrounds? And I was like, what? What new game? And then you jump on there to play it and stuff like that, because it was, this is back in the days when Snake was a massive thing to have that on your phone. Like, I've got Snake, nigga. Like, yeah,
really? I never had that.
I never had
Snake. Oh man.
No, I never had it where that was a big deal. Back in my school, we were playing things like Happy Wheels.
What the fuck is Happy Wheels?
It's that game.
Happy Wheels is awesome.
You have it. Okay, essentially, it's a game where you're essentially driving either a irresponsible dad, and you essentially try to get to the other side or make it as brutal as possible.
You're riding a 2D track on a bicycle, and there are all these obstacles. If you don't land right or if you hit an obstacle, you got body parts flying off. It's pretty nuts.
What?
You got a baby in the front basket.
What?
Or your kid is like what? I forget what it is. It's like
what?
It's just
Happy Wheels.
It's kind of like a little moving obstacle course, and you have to get through it without your guy dying. But
I remember a kid always try to make them die.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal when they do, because there's arms flying off and legs flying off, and fucking you're getting your head impaled on shit. And lots of blood.
Snake. I'll tell you what I do remember playing. I remember when I got a Nokia color phone, and then I could play Splinter Cell. Oh yeah, that was right. It's like a little mini platform game. I was well into.
I'm seeing a disturbingly large amount of My Little Pony games on this website.
I've not even, like I say, I wouldn't go. I don't even trust that website anymore. I'm sure that guy gave me 1 million viruses on my computer just for fucking like playing games on there and shit. Like I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe it's just me watching TV series online at the time.
Oh boy, how far this site has fallen.
Sorry,
I'm kind of curious about this vampire.
How's it gone? I've not even looked at the. Let's have another look at it. I literally just clicked off it after that because of the fucking music from that fucking game. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I remember there being like good animation things, like that one animation versus animator thing. But other than that, I don't.
Oh god, that was amazing. Oh, you know what? Let's do that. That was a thing from yesteryear. Let's see if I can get that up for us because I know.
Yeah, but that was a cringe. Although. That was some badass shit.
That was amazing. Tell you what, let's see if anyone's seen it. I think he's now. Oh, he's actually online. Apparently, he's called Alan Becker.
Yeah, he has a whole series. Like he's doing it with the animation, like stick figures versus Minecraft.
Holy shit! Guy continued on, didn't he? Holy fuck!
Yeah,
nice. No, well done to the guy. Like seriously, most people
you
must
should
have
really
seen
see the one he did with animations versus YouTube.
Oh.
Animations versus YouTube.
There's so many on here. Like the guys,
but the original was fucking epic with the fucking.
I tell you what, let's go. Right, let's go for the original trilogy. How about that? I think it's like the.
It was actually
trilogy.
4.
4. All right, we'll go for the original 4. I think it's is it AIM? No, 1 second. Original animator versus animation, animator versus animation 2, and then animation 3.
Yeah, then he did a 4th, and then he did it versus Minecraft and whatever else.
I'm going to try and find the 4th as well. There's the 4th. Oh yeah. Right. Okay. Let's try these. Let's try these. I'm sure we'll be okay over here. Let's do the screen shares over here again and shit and fucking. Alrighty.
Big old screen shares. And chat, if you haven't seen this, you're in for a treat.
If you've not seen this, oh my
god. Especially back in the day, this was like fucking hugely innovative.
This is the best shit in the world.
Like,
I'm surprised. 32 million views this has got. If you've not seen this, like 32 million people have seen this. That's like 320. That's like it's more than the. I'm sure. Well, actually, it's probably less than what's in the UK.
And that's on that link. millions more have seen it on other, like, people re-uploading it.
Oh, yeah.
All
right, let's do this again.
Are you supposed to be screen sharing, Cog?
I'm screen sharing. Can you not see?
No, I just see your logo.
Alrighty, give me a second. Let me just double check that. I thought I got that.
I wonder if our two supposed hosts have seen this.
Is that better? Here we go.
I also remember this had a great game related to it.
Oh, it's genius. Victim. Oh. Oh, it's genius. It's sheer genius.
The eyedropper.
What's wrong with the knife?
Don't know.
You know, the guy running this must be really bad if he can't handle a victim.
Oh, no.
This is nobody's victim, bitch.
Now we have a gangbang.
It's just awesome. Genius. Oh, you gotta fucking love it. Gotta fucking love this shit.
And they get so much better.
Oh yeah. We'll go to the second
One moment.
Give this guy some adverts. Hey.
I like that jam.
Here we go.
Now he just made his worst mistake.
Yep. The chosen one.
He compared this
I wish I had a program like that. Throw in the recycling bin.
Little Firefox.
Notice Google Chrome isn't doing anything.
AOL jumps in on this.
Nuki? Aw. Why you don't even send it to heaven?
Caution. A virus has been detected.
Hey.
Okay, I'm just remembering that fourth one was at least like 16 minutes long.
Oh god, genius. Absolutely genius.
Yeah.
Gotta love them. Gotta love them. I know we're all quiet at this. We're all in awe of the genius animation work that's just happened.
How they went so far with something so simple.
Oh god!
Escapes to the desktop, starts fighting with the AIM guy and Firefox, and
it's genius. Like it continues on. We've got more here.
Yeah, he went a while with this whole thing.
It's quite a lot though.
Okay, I have to ask, is this an actual site?
I'm Googling it. Stickslavery.com is a site, yes.
What? Did he make it specifically for this, or did he... Oh, that makes sense. I'm really curious what he made.
He's tabbed that motherfucker. Tab, what's up? Oh, the paperclip.
I remember this.
Pac-Man that shit.
Oh.
Ooh. Don't fuck with the paperclip.
Oh, it's genius.
Oh.
I love that line in the paper that he left in. Does anyone look beyond the surface of art?
Oh.
Or does anyone think beyond the surface?
Oh.
So good.
Oh, and I remember this part.
Oh.
Now there's a stick that's really mad at me. What do? I make another stick figure. I, for some reason, remembered him as the Dark Master. Ah. That is the worst paperclip ever.
He always fails. So... Spirit bombs.
Wow.
Playing solitaire while they battle it out.
He's still trying to play. Oh!
So genius.
Really? Oh no! I do remember that. Okay, who plays Solitaire and Minesweeper at the same time?
It's fucking brilliant, this.
What?
It's like
I can't tell if he's enjoying it or not. With a paintbrush? Now you're fucked. It's like a Dragon Ball.
It's fucking mental. Oh my god.
Save the computer, save the computer.
So good.
And there's another one, but fucking hell, I don't know. It's like fucking 13 minutes long. The next one.
Oh Jesus!
And then the rest get to 16 and whatever long.
Oh, there's so many. Go there. Watch them there.
Yeah.
I had no idea there were so many, man. I thought, I remember the first three, and that's it.
Yeah, so.
And that was a long fucking time ago.
Becker.
That was a long goddamn.
God, that was a trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. All right. So, you want to talk a little bit more about Corey?
I forgot about him.
I know, I almost did too. But there is. I'm looking at an article right now about entitled "Corey Worthington Starts to Pocket Riches," talking about how he's just cashing in on the fame and notoriety and shit like this. We don't need to go over the whole thing because we've pretty much gone over most of the party and stuff like that. But let's see. We can start down here. The publicity deluge comes as Corey told of cashing in on his notoriety and demanding free CDs and concert tickets in exchange for interviews. He has done a deal with Zoo Weekly magazine, and party promoters say he could earn up to $10,000 working for them. Corey did a great job in the wrong place. I think he'd be very successful, said Tim Saber, director of Raw Entertainment. So people just noticed that he got famous all of a sudden for throwing a party, and he can totally cash in on that. People will pay him to fucking throw parties for them and shit. We're prepared to put him in as a party promoter, organize an underage party, and have him as host. House of Pain Records boss Ray Melky, a confession attention seeker once notorious for pestering record industry figures, said Corey could pocket thousands for a night's work. He's got character, said the event promoter. I disagree. I think it's all in the sunglasses. It's all the sunglasses.
They are.
Quite a few clubs would be interested in having him because he got 500 people all the way out there. So, I mean, he is a douche, but I can't. Fuck, dude. He started making that money when he was like 17 after he got free publicity from news cunts like the one we watched. And now he's making a ton of money doing it.
I wonder if she just ignores the fact that she made him.
She totally did. She totally made him. I give her.
Definitely
I'll give her all the credit. Famous. If it wasn't for them, it would have just been a small local news story. But they fucking blew it up way out of proportion. Got him famous. They got him a job making thousands of dollars per night. I hope they're happy.
Is he any good?
Sure, I'm sure he took a real long look at himself. And decided, I'm probably going to keep partying and making money doing it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. There is. I believe I heard. Give me just a minute to talk amongst yourselves, because I believe there is one final piece of information of him coming back into the spotlight very recently.
Okay.
Let's see.
I just have to find.
So how have you been, Cog?
Not been too bad. More plans to come to America are getting closer to the goal. It's all going well.
Oh, that sounds nice.
My YouTube channel's got an actual strike lifted the other day, so I'm actually going to be back streaming on my main channel.
I have no idea when I'm going to be able to do that.
Hopefully mine should be on the 27th. So 13 days, something like that.
Okay, he was in the news again recently because he just competed a few months ago on Australia's Ninja Warrior, which is a giant physical obstacle course with some crazy shit. And I'm watching it right now. Oh man, he's kind of killing it. He's killing it. He's had 2 awesome saves so far. I'm watching his run right now. He's doing decent. But yeah, that's all it was. He's back in the news because he ran the Ninja Warrior obstacle course.
Wow. So this guy just can't catch a break from the news over there, can he?
Well, I'm sure they were looking to laugh at him. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. This guy's. They're probably thinking to themselves, he's probably trying to get back into the news by going to do a Ninja Warrior course.
Probably.
But holy shit! Oh, he fucking failed. He was doing this. He an elbow touched the water. But he did not really fall. It seems like he failed on a technicality.
Right.
Wow. I never watched Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, he did not fall. Something else happened, and I was watching it quietly, so I didn't really catch it. But yeah, it seems like he lost on a technicality. But he was on the last little thing, and he made it all the way through without falling.
Nice.
So good for him. It seems like he's kind of killing it at life, and he doesn't look as douchey as he used to. He still looks kind of douchey, but he definitely doesn't look as douchey as he used to.
Still got the yellow glasses.
Apparently, I'm looking at an article. He did 2 runs. The one I saw, he did not have the yellow glasses, but the first one, yes, he had the yellow glasses.
You just kept with it. That's his brand.
They're famous. They're famous glasses.
Fair enough.
He told you so himself.
Never changed them.
Oh,
Never
and you know what? That is all we got on Corey Worthington.
Wow. He didn't even focus on him the whole time.
No, I mean, sometimes there's good cringe, but it's you really gotta get some bullshit filler in order to stretch it out to explain everything in 2 hours. A lot of things don't need 2 hours to explain. And a kid getting famous for throwing a party isn't one of them. Although he is.
Well, I don't think he technically got famous from throwing the party. He got famous from the people covering it.
Yes, exactly. That was. I'm still kind of mind blown by the fucking how good his self promotion was. What do you have to say to other kids who are thinking of throwing a party while their parents are out of town? Pay me to do it for you. Fucking genius. That was some good shit.
Schmeckle and Brockett missed the whole thing.
Well, you know, Schmeckle is out partying with a real life buddy of his, so I can't blame him for that. Brockus is probably taking a Warski coffee break. That's
He's
my guess.
taking care of Leaf.
What's going on with Leaf?
Oh,
Is he burying the body?
okay. I thought this was never mind.
Well, I just don't know all the details about it. I know people got into it with Leaf. I know pretty much Leaf and Trippy, but we don't have to.
I think it was some sort of joke thing that I'm going for. That.
Oh, okay. She is fun to mess with, though. She is so sure that she is not going to become a degenerate like the rest of us.
I don't know, Opal.
It's just a matter of time. Oh, Opal, she's resisting. Opal jumped on board with the degeneracy right from the start. She is a Canadian Opal, though. Gotta love it. So, Cog, where'd you go?
I'm smoking over his.
I know, me too.
So,
smoke break, everybody. we got
a smoke break over here. You got some Brockers on a continuous coffee break over here.
We got 3 minutes until synchronize.
This purple stuff is amazing.
I love that purple. I got some super glue. It's fucking amazing.
Smoking a pigeon. Smoking some pigeons.
So, chat, smoke them if you got them. We're taking a quick little smoking break.
Nice.
Brockus, I don't think smokes, so we never get to do it when he's on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you, William, for telling us we have 17 people. William's just giving us a fucking live update about how many people are watching the show throughout.
That's good.
Yep, I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, William. Is that going up or down? Probably down.
It's gone down a little bit.
Yes.
Yes. It's
achievements. Keep going till it hits 0.
Well, I'm watching. It'll never hit 0. So
what are all the
plan is ruined
from yesteryear?
I know that was your end game. Stench ever.
Let's think. What other cringe can we think about from yesteryear?
Something small that doesn't deserve its own show, but still noteworthy.
I'm trying to remember. So I can't think of cringe-worthy stuff. I can definitely think of some Australian comedians that have done stuff which is quite hilarious that I could probably find. Give me a second. Let's see what I can get over here for you.
I remember something a few months ago about some SJW Australian comedian that was, what is it? Not very noteworthy, just going around complaining about, like, all, you know, doing stand-up shows complaining about all the normal SJW shit. And it wasn't funny at all, but just newsworthy because of the message, you know, because of the narrative. But they were getting... let's see if I can find it, because from what I remember, it was another comedian that was ripping them apart.
I want to see if I can find this over here. Oh, there are so many different ones. There are loads of these, like the ones that my favorite ones. I know I've done on my show before, but I wonder if I don't know who's here who may or may not have actually seen these.
Oh yeah, it was some like lesbian SJW comedy show that she went up there and was like she went up on stage and going like, is it fair? It started bitching about men and like the men who molested her and raped her and stuff like that. It was not a comedy show whatsoever, but it was advertised as a comedy show, and this person was advertised as a comedian, and it was like the most horrifying thing you've ever seen.
Okay.
It was just somebody going on stage and talking about their sexual assaults and stuff like that,
Right.
like, and not making any actual jokes.
Right.
It was fucking weird.
That sounds confusing to me. What? Say that again. That my brain did not compute what you just fucking said.
An Australian female comedian did a comedy show where there were no jokes, and all she did was like talk about her molestations and rapes that she's had to endure in her life.
Oh, I think I did see that. Yeah, it was a weird one. Did you see that? 1 second. Let's see if I can get this up. Because this is something I've not spoken about, even though I've seen it. I know. This was covered by a few people.
Hannah Gadsby, I believe it is.
Okay, try this, okay? I'm going to share my screen again. Get this shit sharing over here. You see this? You ready?
Yep.
Okay, you want to watch some cringe comedy? You may have seen this. This is a woman who decided to do some comedy.
I did see this. Oh,
yeah.
Barney, ma'am. Nice to meet you.
What is it?
I have a Comedy Central.
Chat a little setup for this. Why she's doing what she's doing?
I can't remember. I just know that she's dressed as a man. It's awful.
Yes. Okay. So this female comedian is trying to prove the point that that it's a stereotype that men are funnier than women.
Mm-hmm.
By dressing up as a man and doing the same bit as a man as a woman. Now or I don't know if it's the same bit, but she's a female comedian, and she thinks she can get more laughs if people think she's a man.
Yeah, let's see.
She thinks people will just automatically think she's funnier.
Yeah.
Special, and I'm also the voice of Lenny on the Cartoon Network, Joy Cab.
All right, well, let me write all this down.
Okay. Thanks, bro. Can I get some change for that?
Do what you do. Quit picking pussy hairs out of your tongue.
I can't help it. I fucking eat pussy before every show.
Lovely.
Why did she like? This is like that's not how a guy would respond to that kind of getting ripped. You know what I mean? She's just like broing out, like, "Oh yeah, I fucking eat all the pussy, bro."
Yeah. It's just not even.
She responded how a woman might think a man would respond, not how a man would actually respond.
Yeah.
back, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a hand.
I love animals.
13 minutes.
Oh, that had to have been the most painful 15 minutes of this bitch's life.
30 minutes into.
Would never buy any. I would never buy any product that had been tested on animals. Never, because I like to do that myself at home. Make sure the control group is isolated. You don't know what they're doing in these labs. Very loose guidelines.
Oh my God, not funny.
Oh. Oh. Oh, it's just so bad.
It's so cringy. This lady wants me. Oh.
Let's do this again. Let's do this again. That joke is awful.
So bad.
I honestly want to see the whole 15-minute set. I want to see the whole. There's got to be. It's got to be out there somewhere. If I can find the whole 15 minutes, I'm going to watch it on my fucking stream, I swear. I will sit there and do that. I've watched terrible comedy on my show before.
I love animals. I would never buy any. I would never buy any product that had been tested on animals. Never, because I like to do that myself at home. Make sure the control group is isolated. You don't know what they're doing in these labs.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's so bad.
Very loose guidelines.
And this one.
What's that?
This one right here.
Wants me.
Oh,
I
so
can totally
cringy.
tell.
Like, people are laughing at her. It's like,
I used to always carry a man purse, a merce. You ever carry one of those? A merce.
if you don't know, that's not a man. How would you? Are you fooled by that in any way, shape, or form? Cog?
No, a guy with that much testosterone that he's got a thick black beard like that and thick
How are
black
you
eyebrows and a thick head of hair, but sounds like a fucking woman.
Yeah. And look at the hands. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Just shoulders slumped, fucking hands grasping them, like holding onto that mic for dear fucking life.
Oh, it's so bad.
I love that merce, but I was losing it.
She just sounds like a pedophile or a pervert.
I'd lose it everywhere.
She just sounds weird.
I was always leaving my merce around. You know, I kept losing my merce.
Yes, the word merce isn't funny. The word merce isn't a joke.
Everything, my person, my pants. I only lost my pants a couple of times.
I'm sure everyone regretted it.
Yeah.
So
oh, look at the cringy smiles.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. Good night.
So was that wasn't like, if that was 13 minutes into a 15-minute set, we didn't watch 2 minutes. Probably got off stage earlier.
Coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm telling you, it was great. One, none of them understood you. They were all foreigners.
Oh. Instant damage control.
By being racist.
They're all foreigners. They don't get you. They don't understand the English.
That woman definitely understood when she said she wants me. That lady wants me. I can tell.
Oh god, the eyebrows are just so obviously painted on. They're just so fake.
Laughs, right? That's your first time on stage as a guy. It's like you were new and you got laughs.
I know, but I felt like I was gonna I just thought like.
Oh, I'm telling you, it was great.
No, she.
Don't.
God,
Don't encourage her.
Yeah, don't. She bombed. Let her know she fucking bombed.
Let her know she was shit. Let her know she was shit.
It was good. It was. I'm telling you.
Look,
it was good.
If this was a guy comedian, do you think this guy would be acting this way? at all. Just sitting there to make an excuse after excuse.
No, but he's
for
hoping he still gets some pussy tonight with the beard on. Like,
didn't you see me laughing?
I know, but
he knows his chick, and he knows that she can't handle any type of fucking criticism, and he has to calm the fucking tidal wave. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to. He knows what's coming, a fucking freak out because she can't handle fucking bombing on stage like any other professional comedian should be able to handle. And those eyebrows are straight fucking magic marker.
Yeah, no, they are. They're just fucking
I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at your jokes.
I was laughing at your jokes.
I was laughing at you. Me over here.
I was laughing at how I wasn't even laughing. I was just groaning at how bad and dead and
those polite smiles on those people's faces. Yes, you're telling jokes, aren't you?
Here we go.
And how you had that was good. I'm telling you, that was good. No, that was good. Don't be upset.
Oh, you sweet.
Oh God, it's so like this is just as cringy.
I know.
Having to fucking, the aftermath, having to he knows he has to sit there and fucking validate her.
Yeah,
he can't just be like, oh, that was that was rough.
To be fair, this guy's work obvious. This guy's obviously got that shake on hair shit though. So to be fair, like this guy, I can kind of understand it. He's definitely going bald up here in this region, so he's probably like, yeah.
No, listen.
He's definitely got that shake on hair shit. I don't give a fuck. That stuff you see in Shallow How where you just shake it on, it sticks to the head there. No,
it's like that magnetic fucking game. That shit always reminded me of that game.
I felt like you were laughing.
I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing
on his hair.
At your jokes.
Look at this shit.
That was good.
That's some shine.
That was good. Don't be
Look at that shit.
Upset.
That ain't hair gel, that's bald. And that's shake on shit. You see how it congeals on the edge.
Yeah. And you can see the gap too. You can see the gap.
Of course you can see the gap. That's it. I'm telling you, it's just a thing. It's just real.
Shouldn't be a comic.
No, listen. I'm telling you.
I can't do it as a man.
Yeah, he's so congealed. Sorry. I thought he's just been. Yes, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm sorry, that's bald.
That is something else. Look at this strip around his forehead. There's like an extra layer around for his fucking.
It's either his hair is somehow glaring the same as his skin color is glaring off his. Yeah, that is bald.
But you can see the extra layer he put as a barrier around the front. It's thinner on top.
Oh.
You were great. You're great as a woman. You're better as a woman.
You're better as a woman.
Nice save.
Take the beard off.
He's gonna come out here and see like some dude fucking crying his eyes out.
No, I'm telling you,
You're right.
Great. Listen to me. I'm serious. Like I don't
even care about this stupid documentary.
I'm telling you.
I don't care if people think women are funny. I just don't even care anymore.
I'm telling you.
I do think I've seen women comedians that crack me up, and I've seen women comedians that are terrible.
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
terrible.
Paula Poundstone used to make me laugh my fucking ass off.
There's a woman. There's a British comedian. She's also I think she was also in one of the Ricky Gervais extras, or possibly even in The Office. What's she got now? I think she's got like muscular dystrophy or something like that. But her whole stand-up comedian is based on the fact that she shakes all the time and that she can, like, she's like, people can barely understand me and stuff. But she takes the piss, like, she really does it well though, to the point where it's like, it's so fucking funny because she'll sit there and play on the sort of victim thing for a second, and then switch it around and be a complete bitch and stuff like that. And it works so well. Like, it works so well because she's like, really, you're not gonna fucking let me sit down because I'm disabled, you bastard. So she can flip it on its head whenever she needs to. She's like, but she's always like, I don't think people should treat me nicely because, but come on, if I get on a bus, like let me sit down. Like, it's just shit like that. It's just funny stuff. Like, it's like, you can play it well, but it depends how it works. But it's like, this is not funny.
Yeah, don't treat me like
just not funny.
Take it into account, but don't treat. I'm not a victim. Just recognize my limitations and fucking act accordingly. If I need a seat on the bus, get the fuck out of my seat on the goddamn bus.
Oh no, she's got such a way of doing it though. Like she talks. There's loads of little things that she does though, but like it's like it's been years since I've watched any of her actual stand up though, but I'm sure she makes jokes about being the best person to make a milkshake, or can you imagine what life is like where she's like, here's my life like in a nutshell. It's like constantly going down a road covered in speed bumps, stuff like that. And you just like, while she's just sat there shaking on stage, she's like, you ever had a hiccup? Now imagine that all the time. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Just think.
You are one of the fun. Everybody says how funny you are as a woman.
I don't care if everyone thinks I'm funny.
Listen, you just do it
as a woman. I only care if you think I'm
Why
funny.
did you become a comedian?
I know.
Obviously you care. Otherwise you wouldn't be fucking sitting on a stoop, bawling your goddamn eyes out, making a documentary about it.
This is the moment
you are the most not caring person of this topic I've ever seen in my life.
She cares that little. She's crying right now about this.
Maybe this is the moment where she realized she's just not funny.
Well, I can't actually prove my point. I went out to do the documentary. Might as well cry now.
Yeah, it's like when my entire worldview was shattered.
But this is how dumb it is. You have things like what's it called? Is it literally just called Red Pill, the movie? I can't remember. I know I watched it. Where it talks about the woman who was a feminist who went out to go and see the men's rights movement and had her mind changed in the process. That's called actually learning and shit. This bitch went out there to prove a point, got it wrong, and is crying now because she didn't prove that like she's funny. Even dressed as a man. It's nothing to do with that. You're just not funny. Maybe as a woman it'd be better, but people are looking at you like, is that a woman dressed as a man? And these jokes are really bad, like really badly. Like, the thing is that her delivery's off, completely off.
The delivery was way off. She was so quiet and like, she definitely didn't have a commanding presence. But there are some comedians who are like, shine quiet. Like, look at Mr. Bean, a master of controlling the room by being like quiet and unassuming.
No, but you get that with loads. There's a guy who I've seen. He's I can't remember his name. There's a British comedian who literally goes up on stage and he'll sit there for about 5 minutes just looking at everyone while people are just like, "What's he gonna do?" And then he just like takes a notepad out of his pocket. And it's just like, and he just starts reading off these little things he's written down, and they're just really funny. And it's just like random shit, but he'll say it just as it is, and it's hilarious. And he'll just look around the room seeing for the reaction, but he doesn't laugh or anything. And it's just like as he says it, and then he looks around the room like confused, pretty much. And then sometimes, and people, oh god, the shit he used to come out with. And it's just weird stuff that he's written down. And then he gets to a point where he turns the page and he's like pick up bananas and oh no, sorry, that's my shopping list. Like, and he just turns the page again. And it's one of those things where he drops it at the right moment though. So you realise that first page, oh look, he's written something, and he's like, and then he's like, this is a poem that I wrote, and then he'll just read a little poem, and then he'll sit there, and then he'll turn the page, and he'll go like, oh, it's got another page to this, and he'll turn it, and he'll keep reading it, and it's so funny the way he does that though, because he's just like, oh, and there's another page, 1 second, and he keeps going, he goes, I'm just going to keep reading through, I'm not going to keep saying there's another page, and he keeps reading through this poem, and then he's like, and get bananas from the shop, and oh no, sorry, this is my shopping list. It's just so, that's the thing, you can have that shit. Martin. Yeah, genius. Like, but it's still written well. It's something you can tell has been practiced. It's been, he's thought about this and stuff like that.
Yeah, but his delivery is very quiet and kind of like matter of fact, but it's still good and it's still funny. just has that. I've seen a guy go on stage before, and the first words out of his mouth were like, "Hello, my name is Lewis, and I'm very funny." And the entire audience, just the way he delivered that line, was the entire audience just cracked the fuck up. Because my name is Lewis, and I'm very funny. And he said it all like quietly in this like weird little voice.
You get Tim Minchin does that sort of stuff as well, which is quite hilarious when he does his little lyrical thing. He's like when the feet one, happy feet or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Angry, sorry, and in brackets feet. Anyway, let's keep watching this bitch cry.
Hilarious. I was laughing.
Oh, you know.
I wanted you back as a lady. I wanted you back as a woman up there.
My gosh.
The girl I love. I'm telling you, why do you think I love you? It's because you're funny. I mean, you're good.
Is he supposed to be your girlfriend?
It's because you're losing your hair and she's skinning. That's it. That's it. And she's slightly famous. She's actually got a job that she does a voice at work on TV or some shit.
And she's a documentary filmmaker.
You look like you look like a balding restaurant owner.
She's a failed documentary filmmaker, just like her comedy career.
And he honestly looks like a bald restaurant owner and a failed restaurant, like one of the ones that you see on like Kitchen Nightmares restaurants.
He looks like upper management at a Subway franchise.
They're doing what sauce do you want on that?
He's like, he's the manager that only has to come in like 3 days a week, but.
What bread do you want that on?
I'm telling you, I don't even see you as a woman or a man. You're just great.
What? I don't see you as a woman or a man.
I can't. It's like that is a perfect encapsulation with this. It's like, is that a woman or a man?
The thing is at this point in time, what's really annoying about this is that right now, by him being there, that's like, it's really nice and lovely and stuff, and you can tell it's just trying to be nice. Simultaneously, though, she doesn't need this. You need to go, yeah, it was quite bad, fair enough. It's like, I can understand why you're pretty upset. I mean, it was bad, but he sat there going, no, but you're great, and you're great as a person, and I like you no matter whether you're male or female or whatever, and she's just like crying, and it's just like, dude, just sit there and say, look, I'll be honest with you, your timing was off. Like, I give a fuck about you, but if you're gonna have to learn to be better on stage.
Yeah,
dress as a man all you fucking want. I don't care. It could be a funny gimmick. Don't give a shit. Right? Do whatever you want. Look at Eddie Izzard. Eddie Izzard. Look at that. Like a man that dressed as a woman. He was still hilarious. Doesn't that prove your point?
I don't think she's trying to prove, like, she has some ulterior motive, which means that her comedy isn't. It's not sincere, dude. It's not legitimate. It's like it's coming at you with false pretenses, and it comes across.
Oh yeah. But like I say, Eddie Izzard is one of those where he's like, he used to just go on stage, and the thing that I liked about Eddie Izzard is he's such a great comedian, and he doesn't even need to sit there and talk about being a drag queen or anything like that. He's just really good at comedy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just baffling to me why people.
And every time he did mention it, he'd make it a joke.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's just, but she didn't mention it. She's just got on stage, not mentioned it, and then what did she say? She stole someone else's act.
Did she?
Didn't. Whoa. If that's her own act, that was terrible.
God, that Merce bit was just so bad.
I want to see the whole 15 minutes. I want to see the whole set. I've got to find the whole thing. This can't be the whole fucking video.
You think it exists out there? Because this is all I've seen. Is like clip.
I know. I've only seen this. But there's got to be. I'll look a bit deeper. I'm going to try and find the whole.
What is her name?
Set. Oh God, I don't even know. I'll have to look on the page. It's like Bonnie sucks or Bonnie, but even though she's called Benny in this, I don't know. I'll have to look.
I'm telling you, you were great. Give me this.
That just what are we?
Probably knows that if he doesn't say all this stuff, he won't get anything tonight.
That's what you want to do. You want to kiss your missus while she's wearing a beard. What the fuck?
Bonnie McFarlane.
How do you pull away from that and just go, I just kissed you wearing a beard? And I love you no matter what, baby, even if you become a man. This is the new cock of the Cock Wave 2018.
You were great.
Move over, Pep.
You were great.
It wipes the moustache out of his mouth and the biro.
You were good.
Oh, it's so bad.
I'll be back in a second.
No. Keep the beard on.
Oh, why is that at the end? Why is that even at the end? That he wants her to keep the beard on? Why?
Aww. I guess everyone has their fetishes.
We should. You want to watch one of her stand-ups as a woman?
Go on.
Yeah, maybe it's funnier. I don't know.
Here's a 4-minute clip. Hang on. Fucking ads. Can you see it?
Yep.
All right. Oh, hang on. I'm muting that. Don't want to get hit because of his voice.
Oh, okay.
Or the music or anything like that.
Okay.
What text? No.
Is she... Can't hear it now. Still can't.
You can't hear it?
Do you have voice meter?
I do not. Maybe I should just throw the link to Cog.
Just give it to me. It's 25 seconds in.
Sorry. I did have it muted at the beginning because of voice, but I threw it in the side chat right there.
So, it's 25 seconds onto the thing.
Hong Fui is asking in the chat, is she better in bed as a man? I don't know. You'll have to ask the fucking magic hair.
Well, he's probably already used to being pegged, so it wouldn't be any change.
Thank you. But I do this for the money. Listen, I think I experienced real sexism today. I was walking down the street.
Oh,
and
God,
this dude.
Oh, God, no. You're opening with sexism?
Let's see.
I'd never met him before in my life. Total stranger. He walked right up to me and goes, smile. I was like, are you really telling me how to make my facial expressions? Then he walked over to a guy in a wheelchair who was like, walk. So, didn't have anything to do with gender. Just had some control issues.
So was it sexism?
No, it was a good joke-ish. Just let her finish, guys. Don't get too tied up. Let's try that shit again.
She's trying too hard to look
Let her get to her punchline. It's not too bad, actually.
Thank you, but I do this for the money.
See?
Listen, I think I experienced real sexism today. I was walking down the street, and this dude, I'd never met him before in my life, total stranger. He walked right up to me and goes, smile. I was like, are you really telling me how to make my facial expressions? Then he walked over to a guy in a wheelchair and was like, walk.
Oh my God, let her fucking do the fucking punchline. Jesus Christ. Stop getting triggered by the fact that she said sexism. Jesus fuck. God, let her do a joke. Terrible. Terrible. We've just seen her fail. Let her try and at least like get a joke out. Fuck, it might be funny if you let her finish.
Sexism today. I was walking down the street, and this dude, I'd never met him before in my life, total stranger. He walked right up to me and goes, smile. I was like, are you really telling me how to make my facial expressions? Then he walked over to a guy in a wheelchair who was like, walk. So, didn't have anything to do with gender. Just had some control issues.
There you go. It's a good joke. See, you get it? You get it?
I get it.
It's not the best in the world, but it's better than what you were thinking it was for about 5 minutes because you heard sexism.
Yeah.
Let's see if she goes on now to talk about mansplaining or now to flips it around because a comedian can then flip that back on itself. Let's see what she does.
What I don't get, what's not funny about is she opens it up by saying, I think I experienced real sexism today. And then her punchline is that it wasn't sexism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, The setup is the opposite of the punchline.
I don't know, it's like I thought I did. It's like, oh, but it must not have had anything to do with that. That's a joke. I thought I did. Must not have done.
I hate when people tell me to smile. You can't be happy all the time. You'll ruin your liver. Sometimes you got to put the bottle down.
That was decent. I like that one.
Okay, that was fair. That was fair.
See?
Like if you're making a left.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's talk about texting and driving. I hate when I hear people say, I only do it once in a while. That's the kind of thinking that'll get you killed. To be good at something, you need to practice.
Okay.
That's a good joke.
Decent.
These are good jokes.
Yeah.
You got to do it all the time. On ramps, off ramps, when you're merging. I know. It's hard. If you're like me, you close your eyes, but you got to try. Lives are at stake. I love my phone. I lost my daughter in Walmart once. I did not have the same anxiety.
Fucking.
Pretty good.
Okay, so she's better as a woman.
So I left my phone in the bathroom at TGI Fridays. I love my daughter too, but I wouldn't freak out if she fell in the toilet. You know what I mean? I think you have to parent differently now than the way that our parents parented us. Like, you can't just leave your kid in the car unless you're like, stay down. You know?
She got some good ones.
I don't want someone to break my
I have to chime in. I've been listening. This chick is actually kind of funny. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, it's not bad. She just sucks as a man.
She's got some pretty good fucking
The
jokes.
shit she tried to do about the cats, I just fell flat though. It was terrible. This is good.
Yeah. My daughter's 8, and people tell us we look the same all the time. They just like walk up to us at a grocery store and they go, oh my God, you guys look exactly the same, which I don't know, it makes me uncomfortable. I always feel kind of I just think I'm so much hotter than she is.
It's a woman joke, it's fair enough.
I mean, she's got her own thing going on if you're into that. It is like the hardest thing about parenting is like to punish your kid. So there's no rules in our house. We don't have, well, there's no TV and no books either. No learning of any kind. We don't believe in it. She has Minecraft and then we got her a Tinder account. She loves to swipe. My daughter told me the other day, she goes, I know a bad word worse than the F word. I was like, what is it? She goes, caught. It took everything in me not to be like, you're saying it wrong.
See, these are good jokes. These are
Yes,
good
they are.
jokes.
Yeah. Look who doesn't know everything. We always get in these arguments about what you can say, what words you can't say. She told me the other day that you can't say the word crap. I was like, oh my God, you can totally say the word crap. She said, no, if you say it at school, it's considered a bad word, you'll get in trouble. I was like, that is such bull. That is stupid. She was like, you can't say the word stupid. If you say the word stupid at school, you get in trouble. I was like, oh my God, your teacher sounds like a real cot. You know that?
That's good. Bringing the joke back around.
There you go.
She
Comedy,
definitely
guys. She's got timing here, see?
You can just see how uncomfortable she was on stage as a man.
Oh, yeah. The other one, she was uncomfortable as fuck, and then I don't know what was so weird. Like, there must have been a difference or a change since then to now.
That guy is right. It's like you were so much funnier as a woman than as a man.
Oh, God. Seriously.
That's what he should have said. You're like...
Oh, let's see if she can finish on something.
I was bullied. I was bullied in school. I was bullied all through middle school because I matured so quickly. I had a full beard in 8th grade. No, I really was bullied, and it's awful. If you've ever been bullied, it's like a terrible thing. I would come home every day after school, and I would cry. And then my mom, I guess in a moment of tough love, she sat me down and she said, you know what, Bonnie? There are people out there that have it worse off than you do, and you can bully them. And once I started doing that, my self-esteem went through the roof. It feels amazing. I actually am getting comfortable when I hear grown women complaining about their childhoods because it's usually so petty. And you know, there are women out there that have real tragedy go down their lives, real hardship, and yet they're out there, they're killing it every day. They're lawyers and astronauts and cowgirls. I don't know all the different stripper costumes. There's a lot of them.
She's funny.
You can be anything you want to be at the beginning of your song. That's a dancer saying. Words we can all live by. Thank you very much, everybody. Nice crowd. Thank you.
See, she's funny. She's funny. Like, it's not that she can't be funny. It's the fact that she's gone on stage, and I think it's when she's being herself, she can like really write a script and do it from a point of view of a woman's point of view that people can understand. She's trying to be a man, and even men are looking at it like, right, and women are looking at it like, right.
Yeah.
That's all you're seeing.
Yeah, she just, man, that was good. I will give her, I was expecting some more cringe.
Yeah.
That first joke was a little off, but every other joke after that one, that was good. I liked it. Yeah, I just think she didn't hit it with that first one, and then everyone after that was good. Let's see. Yeah, chat is agreeing.
What's chat saying?
Pure Spades. Not laughing, but I can agree it's good. He's just sitting there in judgment in front of his computer screen.
So I can see decent comedy, and see the difference between that and the what was it again? I love animals.
Fucking train wreck.
Sorry, I'm going to try and remember her joke. I love animals. I like going to the pet store, or something like that, or something about taking the pets home and the control group.
She doesn't use animals products that have been animal tested because she does it herself.
She does the testing herself. You know, goes to get the control group.
See, you can't even remember the joke. It's that bad. It's like,
oh God. I just don't want to live anymore.
And then the next bit was just her saying "merce" like 17 fucking times.
Oh God, yeah, I've got a merce.
Like
merce,
the word "merce" isn't a joke.
It's not even relatable to the majority of men. To be fair, it's crazy. Oh.
Yeah, it's like people were laughing at me. Well, you're up there for 3 minutes talking about carrying a merce.
13 minutes in total. 15 minutes. Well, 14 minutes in total, around about 14 and a half. And a minute and a half of that was the merce and the control group for cats and dogs. I don't know. I want to see the other 13 minutes. I want to see the other jokes that are terrible.
I've been looking for the rest of it, but all I can find is either that clip, you know, the last little couple minutes, or her as a woman doing stand-up.
No. That's killing me. Killing me to know that.
Oh.
I want to find it. Not going to, but I want to. It's going to be like Internet Historian with the Dashcon DV.
Who knows? Maybe the rest of it was... well, no, I guess it wasn't funny if she was crying about it.
I know, if 13 minutes of your set goes good, in the last couple of minutes, your jokes don't really land. You don't go out and cry.
Yeah.
But if a guy's got to sit there and go, I found you funny, well, I thought you were just laughing at me. What, because I was the only one laughing?
No, they weren't laughing at you. Nobody laughed at all. It's like,
people were just like with the awkward smiles and the
yeah, it's like,
Monday
am I really
laughs
seeing this?
the entire night.
It was nervous laughter.
Yep.
Yeah, control groups, yeah. Oh, right, okay, so you're now a crazy motherfucker who likes to test products on animals yourself, okay? That's the joke. See, it's really weird because her jokes do land well when she's playing, the terrible mum who doesn't really look after her kid. Because you can obviously see that as being a complete joke and shit. And she's playing off the terrible mother who's trying to get away with it like there's nothing wrong with it. That's a great, a great stance to have. No, she's gonna play off the weird paedophile-looking guy who wants to test animals in this part. Like that's a niche audience of people who are gonna go, that's funny. That's some dark comedy, that is.
It just sounded like your Tuesday afternoon. It didn't sound like a joke.
The thing is that her joke about getting the kids to duck down in the car these days and stuff like that, you don't want to get your windows smashed in, that's funny and also relatable, and we see it all the time and shit like that. But then she changed, that's dark humor that you can understand as dark humor, obviously, because kids get stuck in cars, and it's not good, it's not funny at all, obviously. But it's not good to text and drive and stuff, we know that, but she's playing off the fact that, you got to get good at it, that's a joke, that's how you build a joke. Her joke is, I don't like animal-tested products, because I like to test the products on the animals myself, and what? What? That's just baffling. What?
Yeah, okay. So apparently that was just a clip from the documentary Women Aren't Funny, but I can't find anywhere a full clip of her doing stand-up as a man.
Oh, shame. It's a shame. That would have made a great stream to make people sit through. Oh.
God damn it. I can't believe nobody was recording that.
Do you mean?
They have a documentary on it. Nobody leaked the rest of that to the internet.
Nope. Don't think anyone thought it was film worthy. It was only the documentary people who were filming. Everyone else in the audience was like, yeah, I think I'll turn my phone off for this one. It's like, with them fucking Sharpie eyebrows.
It's not worth it. Oh, that was
into the Sharpie eyebrows. What do you think, Vulcan?
About what?
About the awful and then good comedy we just saw, the contrast.
Yeah, I don't know why she was bad as... Well, I think it's partly because she was probably not confident when she was doing the man thing. It's like, she's not doing it to be funny. She's doing it to prove a point. It's not going to be quite as funny.
But she was talking about eating pussy before the show, man. That's confidence. Come on. She's eating all that pussy before the show.
Eating all the fun, just yanking pussy out of her mouth.
Well, yeah, but like when she was doing it as a man, she was doing it to prove a point about whatever. That she would be funny as a man too, or something. Was it? Or
I just don't get how when she said that joke to her husband at the start of the show, he didn't turn around and go, "Look, if you're going to go in like that, this is not going to work." she turns around to him at the start of the show, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I ate pussy before the show," and he was like, "Look, if you really think guys all talk like that, you need to correct yourself, because if you're going to go on stage with that attitude, your jokes are going to fall flat." And her jokes fell flat. She sat there talking about testing products on animals because she seems like to be some weird creepy guy who probably lives at home sitting on his sofa that's covered in plastic while he sleeps in an anorak. Yeah, that's sort of crazy motherfucker. Just sits at home in his one single thingy armchair that's covered in plastic in an anorak. Just that's the way it is.
Oh man. Well, all right. I think that's about going to wrap up the show.
Nice.
Does anybody have some last minute cringe they'd like to share?
I got nothing.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. All right. Thank you so much, Cog, for coming and filling in, as well as you, Vulcan.
No problem.
And we will be back with you next week with some more fucking amazing cringe to go through. Nice. That was some pretty... I'd have to say that cringe was a little bit better.
Yeah.
Holy
and we even had a
crap.
little awesomeness
so
in the
crazy.
middle.
Well, I think it was good to show that that woman can be just as cringe as she can funny. So.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. And yeah, man, I can't. Like, I was surprised by how much. Like, she was such a better comedian as a woman. So much better. She's actually a comedian as a woman.
Oh, stick to what you're good at. Go back to your day job. Take off the fucking beard, you weirdo.
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, she's no fucking like Eddie Murphy and shit like that, you know, anything like that. But you know, she's not going to be a comedy legend, but she's funny. She's definitely good enough at it to make a comfortable living. All right. Well, all right. I'm going to wrap it up then. Everybody, have a good fucking night.